So I did an exercise. I'm a little bit worried about getting lost in the shuffle of things in this final scene, anywhere in this show really, but in this final scene is what I just did a breakdown for. I broke it down into 11 beats and I made a name for each one of them, and then I also wrote one to two sentence synopsis of what that beat is. And here I'm going to try and rattle it off for y'all. First beat. We go to restart the meeting, but we can't do that until Father Dunbar prays. Second beat, I do a recap of Donnie, and bottom line is, unless we can determine that he's clean within the next 40 minutes, Vasquez gets the heart. Third beat is Piero petitions reconsideration of Pike. Well, we didn't deny him just because of his social profile. He has no support system. So we do a recap of everybody for the fourth beat. In the recap, I confirm at the end, yes, he's scratched. And then Pierre says, well, what if he lives with me? But don't you live with your mother? And I'm like, all right, I just got to cut this guy down even further. I'm like, hey, bro, you're just doing it for the babes. Okay, we all get it. You're lonely. And then Dr. Ross is like, well, you're a bad parent. I'm like, well, IDGAF. Then that leads into the next most ridiculous beat where they give the proxy voting power. And, you know, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to vote for Pike. And then Dr. Ross calls me out and is like, yo, you're just making the fiscally responsible decision. Oh, the board will love you. Well, you're not even voting. So then she calls me a bad parent. I call her a bad parent. Dr. Clee stops us, and then we get the news that Donnie's clean. They found the Nova Farm. Donnie's clean. And then, but Nurse Larkin, does this like kind of a suspicious speech, because I'm like, aren't you voting for Vasquez? Why are you doing this speech about Donnie's money and stuff? And I'm like, well, I agree with you. And then it goes into the next beat, like, hey, you know what? This is the Blazer. We'll go with Blazer. You know, I vote for Blazer because I'm laying a trap to see what Jack does. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say Blazer. Well, then Father Dunbar, he comes in and he weighs in his thing because we have to vote now. That's the next beat. We have to vote now. So Father Dunbar comes in and he says, hey, this is about character, about blah, about James Earl Ray. And, you know, he does his piece, and then we go into the final beat, the final vote, wherein Jack Clee falls into my trap, and, you know, he voted for Vasquez. I'm like, well, I'm going to vote with you. I follow you lead. You want to pass up this $50 million opportunity? That's on you.